Was there ever a conversation between you three guys that like, okay, this is going to be a trilogy, or was it just like momentum and, you know, you guys were just exploring the genres and having fun?
It wasn't really until after Hot Fuzz that we started sort of seriously thinking about it. Like in Hot Fuzz, we had a couple of like running jokes and returning actors between the two movies, and a couple of like sort of continuing themes. But then after Hot Fuzz, you know, the whole Cornetto trilogy thing just came out as a joke in an interview once, as a very sort of flippant way of like linking the three films. But then we started to think actually a bit more seriously about it, thinking, oh, maybe that is a way to bring this together. And then when we had the idea for this story, it seemed to sort of fit in terms of it wraps up themes from the other films, like the dangers of perpetual adolescence.
Yes.
Fantasy versus reality.
Yes.
The individual versus like sinister collective.
Yeah.
So it's a different film, and it's a standalone film, and you don't have to have seen the other two to enjoy it. But like hopefully it makes it a nice like trilogy.
Was there ever an idea that it could be another kind of genre that you were going to tackle? Because obviously, you know, Fistful of Fingers was made. Paul with the boys kind of went off and did their Alien film. Was there ever kind of any hint that, oh, there might be another genre to play in, or was it always going to be a kind of world's ending theme?
No, I think it was always like it made sense with what the two things go together in terms of that's the idea for the story.
Yeah.
And like we thought it was a really strong theme about returning to your hometown.
Yeah.
Like going back for a school reunion or a wedding, it's always a sort of strange experience, and it's always a bittersweet experience to find that your hometown has changed. So we thought that that we'd give a very like sort of real and sinister and otherworldly reason why it's changed. So it kind of like sort of fed into that sort of like social science fiction genre that we, you know, liked, and sort of just a big part of like our upbringing of like Village of the Damned and you know John Wyndham and Quatermass and Doctor Who and the Avengers, the original Avengers, that is.
Yes.
Not Avengers Assemble. So yeah, but it always seemed that thing seemed to really like tie together. Is that there's something like sort of very like profoundly odd about your hometown changing without you, and we thought we'd give it a sci-fi twist.
As a filmmaker, do you ever kind of yearn for a kind of Hearts of Darkness? You know, you get overweight, you get lost in the jungle, people have to come and visit you, experience.
Oh my God. You think it isn't like that? I feel like I put on 30 pounds every time I do make a movie. I've definitely had the Coppola experience. Maybe not the jungle, maybe not the heart attack, but definitely like the... I think about there's a bit in Hearts of Darkness where like, I always think about that there's that line in it when they go, this isn't a C-, this is an F. Like, it's difficult. Like, sort of, the films turn out fun, but they're always exhausting to make. Yeah. And especially when you get to like week 10 or something like that, and there's so much action in this one as well. It's sort of like just really exhausting to make. But and actually the people that keep it going, I have to say, are like Simon and Nick, just because they're good guys and they work hard and they're really good with the crews and they're great fun to be around.
Who was the biggest surprise? Because I know there are a bunch of the actors that have been through the different series. Who was the funnest surprise as one of your new entrants into the series? Because I had so much fun every second Eddie Marsden was on screen.
Well, it wasn't a surprise. We knew he could do it. I think if anything, it's a surprise to audiences because recently he's been playing a lot of darker parts. Yes. But I knew he could be funny, and in fact, we wrote the part with him in mind because we wanted him to be like sort of extremely lovable on screen. So yeah, no, the audience really love him in it, but he'd come to be like sort of in a number of films. Tyrannosaur. Yeah. Happy-go-lucky, even though it's funny, he's terrifying in that sometimes. Hancock. Like he's in a lot of movies as a baddie, like Mission Impossible 3. So we love the idea of making him the most lovable of the five.
Do you have a 5-star film that just pops straight into your head, and can you give us 5 reasons why that's a 5-star film?
Let's say Raising Arizona, the Coen Brothers film.
Oh, great.
Because immensely quotable dialogue, a fantastic Nicolas Cage performance. People rag on him too much. He's amazing, and that's for me his best performance. Great action. Yes. Great color scheme. like great colours all the way through the movie.
It feels really pastel-y.
It's got just a sort of great, like, sort of, it's just beautifully designed and amazing Carter Burwell score. There you go, 5 reasons.
The most, I guess I've only got a couple of minutes and I'll lose my geek license if I don't ask. Attack the Block 2. Has there been any kind of movement on that bad boy?
First person to ask that today. I don't know. That's I don't think that's on the cards. I don't know. I know for certain that Joe is not working on it at the moment. He's doing some other things, so I don't think that's necessarily in the works anytime soon.
Okay. Well, it was great, by the way, firstly.
Oh, no,
it was amazing. And secondly, Ant-Man. I have to ask.
Yeah.
Too far away?
Yeah. My answers to Ant-Man have got more and more dismissive as the day has gone on. I apologise. I get superstitious. I just don't want to talk about it.
Okay, cool. Thank you so much.
Cool, man. Thanks. Cheers.